Yes, guys. So today I'm taking what? Today I'm taking the first war of independence in India. Okay, on March 29, 1857. Okay, so in 1857, the first war of independence, or in India, the rebellion started. You know, they say first rebellion of 1857. The Britishers say that it was a rebellion from the Indian side, okay, Indian soldier side. There was one Mangal Pandey, the freedom fighter Mangal Pandey. Okay, Mangal Pandey, I have taken his date of birth, I mean his horoscope, or his birth horoscope I have taken here. And he just started, or he attacked British officers on 29th of March 1857. So this is the day on which this War of Independence started. Okay, so this War of Independence started on 29th March 1857, and just after 9 days, 29th, and this is 8th of April. After March, it is April. So 8th of April, he was hanged. He was hanged, or just suppressed. This rebellion of the soldiers, or from the soldier side by the Britishers, it was suppressed, but it ignited the people of India. So it is known as First War of Independence. Okay, because Savarkar, Damodar Savarkar, he declared this as the first war of independence. The reason was Indians just thought about. He gave the inspiration to other freedom fighters because of his energy, or his excitement, or his inspiration. The people were inspired. Okay, due to his mood of working, or his activities, the people were inspired. And after that, this the freedom fighting started in a very good mood, or people were just hoping or expecting that similarly we have to follow him. The reason is, now I will tell you about that how this kind of person is being followed by others. Okay, now you see here that when he was born, his moon was exalted in Taurus sign. Okay, in Taurus sign, moon is exalted, while in Taurus, and this is 8th sign, Scorpio, moon is doublated. So it is his moon was exalted in Rohini Nakshatra. Moon was in Rohini Nakshatra, or in exaltation sign. Moon is exalted in this sign. Okay, in the Taurus sign, moon is exalted within 3 degrees undoubtedly, but from up to 3 degrees. So this is within 3 degrees because Rohini Nakshatra starts from next 10 degrees to something else, means in the Taurus sign, one sign passed 10 degrees to 23 degrees, 10 degrees to 23 degrees, 23 degrees 40 minutes. 23 degrees 20 minutes. Sorry, 10 degrees to 23 degrees 20 minutes. So this is in the 4th nakshatra, which is known as Rohini Nakshatra. So moon was in exaltation sign. So whenever moon is in exaltation sign, the person is being followed by others. Okay, is very obedient person, is very much worshipping type of person, very charitable person. Okay, the person will have all kinds of qualities in himself, and that person's activities will be followed by others. Okay, by his society man, by his countrymen. In this case, by his countrymen, he was followed by a number of other people, by number of other freedom fighters, because he gave inspiration to others. He was just inspired others. So this inspiration given by Mangal Pandey. Now you can see here that this person's horoscope, undoubtedly this is within Rahu Ketu axis. Okay, now this is known as Kal Sarpa Yoga. Kal Sarpa Yoga, but that Kal Sarpa Yoga is mostly not so much effective. The reason is, in this case, undoubtedly all the planets are lying between Rahu and Ketu axis. So this, some people say it is Kal Sarpa Yoga. So person's life will be full of all kinds of struggle, right? The person's life will be struggle, or full of struggle, or full of struggles, means the person will be just fight for his life. Okay, throughout his life he will be struggling for his survival. So this is how survival, fittest of the survival, survival of the fittest, it is known as. So in this period, I mean, because his horoscope is having Kal Sarp Yoga. What is Kal Sarp Yoga? Some people do not consider this. I also do not consider this as so much difficult one. But this gives a person number of challenges, and those challenges are teaching the person to live, to survive, okay, in the society. Even if number of scarcities are there, number of problems are there in a person's life, but the person is having a lot of inspiration. The person will give inspiration to others because of his struggle, because of his surviving, because of his power of struggling. That power of struggling will inspire others. So this inspiration, because number of people just they live or die. They just take birth, and after that they die. They do nothing. Okay, their life is just without any inspiration. But his life was full of inspiration. So I cannot say that this is a very simple horoscope. The person is having very good horoscope. The reason is undoubtedly his. If I take this Indian horoscope, why I have taken this 10th or Makar Rasi or Capricorn sign in the ascendant, the reason is that this Makar sign represents India's horoscope according to Paramihan, which I always just narrate. So this horoscope of India's horoscope with Capricorn sign ascendant, I have taken all the 3 transits of the planets, okay, or the present of the planet or transit of the planet on that particular day. When this is time of birth or date, time of birth I have taken, I do not know what is time of birth of Mangal Pandey, and the first freedom fighter, or first what you call the inspiration for freedom fighting, because after that people just followed him, or number of people. After that, a lot of rebellion started all over India, in Gwalior, in almost all corners of India, in Bangalore, Gwalior, Agra, Kanpur. Okay, you can find Meerut. It started on Meerut. Okay, this rebellion started on 29th March 1857 in Meerut. Okay, so he was in the defense. He was a soldier because in those days Britishers were hiring the people, or Indians were given the charge of fighting. Okay, so if they were mostly employed in either police work or in the defense services. So he was working as a soldier in the army. Okay, so this person, I mean Mangal Pandey, this is Mangal Pandey's again horoscope. That I have taken the Capricorn, the same sign I have taken here. So this is the second event which started. This is birth time or birth horoscope. This or I have taken birth horoscope means such a transit of the planet on that particular day over the position of moon, in which nakshatra moon was there. So his life is, I mean, very much inspiring, because moon is exalted in Rohini nakshatra. Moon is in his own nakshatra. When moon is in own nakshatra, naturally, when moon is in own nakshatra, the person is very much patriot type, okay, very obedient person, very sociable person, very charitable person. He will be followed by others as a inspiration. As according to this, this placement of moon in this Rohini nakshatra, okay, or in his own nakshatra, because moon is lord of nakshatra, Rohini nakshatra, 4th nakshatra, Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini. So Rohini is the 4th nakshatra. The lord of Rohini nakshatra is moon itself. Okay, so moon is moon herself. So moon is the lord of this Rohini nakshatra, and exaltation sign is Taurus sign. Moon is in exaltation sign. Whenever moon is in exaltation sign, the person is being followed by a number of other people. Okay, as regarding this, let me take one illustration or example. When I saw one of my colleagues' son, his horoscope was having moon in his exaltation sign. In 3rd house, in the 3rd house he was having this horoscope. I mean, moon was in Taurus sign, okay, in exaltation sign. When I just wrote down about her son's life or son's horoscope, and I note down that the person will be followed by number of people in the wherever he is staying or living, in the colony or the society. Okay, so people in the society will follow him, and she was very much surprised. She told me that yes, this is the same condition. These children of mine are staying with me, and their father is in the defense. Okay, these people are these 2 children of mine, because the other son is also having the same exaltation sign, moon's exaltation sign. Moon was in Taurus sign, and elder son was also having exaltation sign. Moon was in the Rohini Nakshatra, both. I mean, this was surprising one for me as well. But when I note down that your children are being followed by the society and the social people, all the society will follow their activities. They are very charitable people, very obedient to one. They will not be dependent upon the parents. They are so much, self-serving type of people. Okay, they are doing all the activities of their life on their own. Okay, so this is how. And then she told me that yes, sir, this is the same thing. My children are being, followed by. They are so much faithful to me. They are not staying with their parents because, with their father. Father is in the defense. Mostly father is out of the house, but the children are staying with me, and they are just doing their all the works. They are going to the school, following or doing their homework properly. Okay, nothing, no bad activity is found in them. So any bad activity of any kind is not found in these people. So moon is exalted in this case also. Okay, so Mangal Pandey was having this horoscope. On that particular day, moon was in Rohini Nakshatra. Okay, even if whatever time of birth was there, because moon is here in the, I think, second quarter. Moon was in second quarter of Rohini Nakshatra. So this is how the birth horoscope of Mangal Pandey is being casted by me, or being cast by me. Okay, so this is the horoscope, birth horoscope. Second thing, I'll just talk about that this rebellion, at the time of rebellion or day of rebellion, was 29th March 1857, and this is 27. Year 1827. He was born in 1827. Okay, on 19th of July, 1907, 1827. I have taken time here. 5:45 p.m. Okay, so because of that, sun has come in the Cancer sign here. So sun was in Cancer sign on that particular day. Okay, so and Mars was also in Cancer sign. So Mars and sun both are together. Undoubtedly, the person's life is, in this case, the ascendant is being afflicted. Ascendant is afflicted by sun and Mars both, because Capricorn sign is here. So both sun and Mars both are together. They are in different nakshatra undoubtedly, but even then, when they are together and aspecting the lagna, the ascendant here, which is afflicted because this is Saturn's sign. Okay, Saturn is the lord of Capricorn sign, and Capricorn sign being afflicted by sun as well as Mars, both are friends, sun and Mars, but they are enemy to Saturn. So Saturn's sign is being afflicted. In this way, India's horoscope on that particular day was very much afflicted. Okay, so because of this thing, his life was in danger. He's showing that his life is full of dangers. Okay, so this is his birth horoscope. Now, second thing, as I have taken here, this is the time on that particular day, 29th March 1857. His transit of the planets, or planets were present on that particular day in these signs. Okay, Ketu was in 13th nakshatra. Okay, Ketu was in Hasta nakshatra. This is Hasta nakshatra. And moon again, see here, the moon is in Kritika nakshatra. Now Kritika nakshatra starts from one sign past 26 degree 40 minutes to 30 degree. This is the first quarter of Kritika nakshatra. First quarter of Kritika nakshatra starts from 26 degree 41 sign past 26 degree 40 minutes to 30 degree. Means 3 degree 20 minutes is under the one sign. The first sign past means in the second sign start, because one sign past, we can say one sign past 26 degree. Okay, 26 degree 40 minutes to 30 degree. That means this is second sign. So this is in the first, I think in the first quarter. If moon is in first quarter, or it is under the Aries sign, it is still under, this is zero sign past 26 degree to 3 degree 20 minutes. So this is, I think, moon was in the first quarter of, so moon must be here in Aries sign, just ending sign, ending period means 26 degree 40 minutes to 30 degree. This is the first quarter of Rohini Nakshatra, sorry, Kritika Nakshatra. Third quarter is, the third Nakshatra is Kritika Nakshatra, Ashwini Bharani Kritika. So in Kritika Nakshatra, when, because Kritika Nakshatra is lorded by Sun, so Sun is the lord of Kritika Nakshatra. So moon when is in Kritika Nakshatra, in the influence of Aries sign, then it is very much energetic, very much, I mean, so much daring type of person, very much, what you call, full of energy. The person will have that kind of daring act he will do, which cannot be done by others. What he did, so because moon is in Kritika Nakshatra, I think first quarter was there, then if it is in first quarter, then moon must be in Aries sign, ending degree of Aries sign, up to 30 degree, 26 degree, 40 minutes to 30 degree, try to understand. So moon is not in this, I mean, moon is in third Nakshatra undoubtedly, but moon still is in influence of the Aries sign. Okay, it is beyond 0 sign past 26 degree, 40 minutes to 30 degree. This is the first quarter, and then 3 quarter ends in Taurus sign. Okay, up to 10 degree. Up to 10 degree, because 13 degree 20 minutes, so 3 degree 20 minutes have ended in Aries sign, and after that 3 quarters, second, third and fourth quarters, they will fall in Taurus sign, which is lorded by Venus. Okay, in this case you can just see here that moon is, if in Aries sign or ending of Aries sign or first quarter of Kritika Nakshatra, then it is very much daring activity. So when moon was in Aries, I think Aries ending sign on first quarter of Kritika Nakshatra, Kritika Nakshatra lord is Sun. So when Sun is friendly to moon, undoubtedly both are friends. So whenever Sun and moon, I have told you that moon is in one sign or in friendly sign, Sun sign or Jupiter sign, then person is very much patriotic, very much obedient. He can take some daring, he can do some daring activities. Okay, he can take that kind of steps which are very much alarming, very much what you call full of energy, right? So he took this step that he attacked. This 29th March, he attacked British officers. Okay, he started rebellion or not obeying those persons. The reason was something like they said that those the cartridges, okay, which were used in the bullets, okay, so or those bullets which were used in the pistols, or in those pistols may be there. So in those pistols, whatever the cartridges were used or bullets were used, those bullets were having what you call, it was being spread, or it was true 100%. Reason was that it was cow's meat was involved in those cartridges or those bullets. So those bullets were formed with the help of cow's meat, okay, or buffalo or cow's meat. Because of that, and he was a Brahmin, Pandit, Mangal Pandit, he was a Brahmin, and so because of that, the people spread this kind of activities or whatever news was spread in those days. So he didn't follow. Or now, what was the activity? When the pistol was the bullet was put into the pistol. Before that, it was being teared off with the help of mouth, or with the help of nakhun or whatever, with the help of nails. But nails were not used because it was just teared off with the help of teeth. So if you take cow's meat inside the your mouth, that means the person is not obeying to follow this. So he didn't follow this, and then he attacked the British officers, and finally he was caught, okay, because number of other soldiers were also revolted, but he was the main person, so he was arrested, and on 8th of April 1857, he was hanged in Barakpur, Calcutta, okay, in West Bengal. Barakpur, okay, Barakpur was defense, cantonment or something, defense Kent, or that was Kent area, or in that Barakpur where defense quarter was there, or defense cantonment was there. So there he was hanged. So this is how. Now on that particular day, what are the position of moon's nakshatra? I'll talk about that. What is the importance of nakshatras? I already talked about that how nakshatras are important. Now let me take some stories regarding the nakshatras and all these things. Okay, so initially, as Rig Veda talked about, as the Buddhists have taken this wrongly, Okay, that people were described by the or in the Rig Veda, that there are Aryan people or Ari people, Ari and Anari. These two kind of people are described in the Rig Veda. Okay, so in the Vedas, up to the Vedas, only two kind of people were there: Ari people and Anari people. Anari means non-Aryan people. So these two categories of people are described in Rig Vedas. But after Rig Vedas, then the knowledge started. Okay, knowledge increased of the rishis, or after that they divided people into other categories. What is that? Ari means those people who are very civilized people, obedient people, worshipping people, very much better type of people. Or they are doing all kinds of activities which are favorable to their own country, their family, their parents. Okay, so those people were known as Ari people, very gentleman people, very obedient people, very worshipping people, very religious type of pious people. Those were known as Aryan people. So Ari and Anari, these two categories are described in the Rig Veda or Vedic period. Okay, so those Vedic period, initially those people were described, but this Ari people and all these Anari people, they were not understood by the Britishers or Max Muller or others who were appointed by British company to translate the Vedas into English. But those people, they didn't understand what is this Ari, okay, or Ari or Anari. They couldn't understand this kind of verses or this kind of names which were described in Rig Veda a number of times, or in most of the verses. Ari people, Aryans attacks those people, or Anari people, and those. So this kind of thing was taken wrongly by the Britishers, and then they described that Aryan people came from outside and this and that. So, but Aryan people and Anari people, so Anari people and Ari people, they were staying in the same family. It means even a single family could have the two kinds of people, Ari people and Anari people. I mean, you can understand that there are a number of family members who are having different kind of nature. The second person is not following other person. He is having different kind of behavior. Nature is different. That person who is not following the guidelines of the family, guidelines of the parents, or not following parents, that person is an Ari person. Or Ari person is very much decent person, very much obedient person. So these two categories are described in the Vedic period. Now let me take what is the Vedic astrology, or Vedic astrology is what you call criteria regarding the types of people. Now types of people which are described in the Vedic people, or in the Vedic astrology, I mean, in the Vedic astrology, or this is further development from the Vedic period. After that, number of other things were developed. Okay, so this is the next contribution of Vedic. This is known as Vedic astrology. Why Vedic astrology is considered science? Because the people are described in number of categories. Reason is there were three categories further divided. They might have first they divided into Devas and Rakshasas, or Devgan or Rakshasgan. That's known as Devgan and Rakshasgan. Okay, Ganas, the two Ganas were initially might have discovered by them. So first is Dev. Devgan means Ari people, and Rakshasgan means Anari people. So Rakshasgan, Devgan, these two categories are just like Ari and Anari people. Okay, and then the third category was Manushyagana, Devgan, Manushyagana, Rakshasgan. So these three kind of category of people further discovered by the Vedic people. So Vedic astrology described that these nakshatras are also three kinds: Devgan, Manushyagana, and Rakshasgan. What are those nakshatras? I'll talk about that later on. I might have described in matching, horoscope matching for companionship or for marriage purposes, that I have already described, that those three categories, Rakshasgan, Manushyagana, Devgan, whenever you match the horoscope of the two people, either they are going to be follow the friendship, they are going to be partner in life, they are going to start a business or a trade, and they want to do the friendship with each other. After that, so their horoscopes have to be matched. Now, if those people are of the same nature, same Gan means Devgan, or they are of Rakshasgan, both are of same Gan, then those people will follow each other, will like each other. They will have the same kind of nature. So these nakshatras, 27 nakshatras, are divided into three categories. Basically, nine nakshatra. Nine nakshatra is of Devgan type, nine nakshatra is of Rakshasgan type, and nine nakshatra is of Manushyagan type. Okay, so this is how those 27 nakshatras are divided into three categories: Rakshasgan, Manushyagan, and Devgan. I'll talk about, or I think I have described these three categories of Devgan, Rakshasgan, and Manushyagan. So those 27 nakshatras are divided into three categories: Devgan, Rakshasgan, and Manushyagan. Right? So these Devgan, Rakshasgan, Manushyagan. Now these three types of people. So, and this here, Rohini Nakshatra is of Manushyagan. This is of Manushyagan. What is the Manushyagan type of this kind of people, Nakshatras? They are very much worshipping type of people. They will follow their religious gurus or teachers. They are followers of their teachers. They are followers of the religion. They will follow all kinds of guidelines. So these people are so much worshipping type. Okay, religious type of. They are also following, but egoistic type of person. They can't bear others, egoism. They are so much proud of themselves. These people are so much, Manushyagan people are so much proud of themselves. They are so much, they have their self-pride. Okay, so proud of themselves means they are having self-pride. They are not going to be diminished by others' views. They will just, follow others, and they will try to surpass others. This is how the people, Manushyagan people, are having that kind of quality or that kind of characteristics. Okay, so this moon nakshatra, when it is in Rohini nakshatra or moon is in Rohini nakshatra, that means he is of Manushyagan type of person. So this nakshatra category of nakshatra is Manushyagan nakshatra. Rohini nakshatra is Manushyagan nakshatra. Ashwini first is Devgan type of. Bharani is Manushyagan again. Okay, and Manushyagan, and this Kritika nakshatra is of Rakshasgan. So I'll just take those, three categories later, because I've already described, so I'm not going to repeat them. But these three categories of people or nakshatras, dividing the people into basically 27 categories, because those are three basic categories, but 27 nakshatras, you can just say that they have the different kind of variety, different kind of characteristics. 27 nakshatras, let me just take here 27 nakshatras. But these 27 nakshatras, each nakshatra is having 4 quarters of 3 degree 20 minutes, 3 degree 20 minutes. So 13 degree 20, if I just multiply this by 4, because each nakshatra is having 4 quarters. What are the quarters? 4 parts of each nakshatra, because every nakshatra is having 13 degree 20 minutes. This is strength. Okay, so every nakshatra is of 13 degree 20 minutes degree. This is 13 degree 20 minutes. This is minute sign, this is degree sign. So 13 degree 20 minutes each nakshatra. If I just multiply this by 27, it will give us 360 degree. Okay, so 360 degree, if it is divided by 27, we will get 13 degree 20 minutes. Each nakshatra is having a strength of 13 degree 20 minutes. This I have already described. Now come to the point. So this 360 degree is divided into 27 nakshatras. Each nakshatra will have 13 degree 20 minutes strength. Okay, or they will cover the space 13 degree 20 minutes. So each nakshatra is having 13 degree 20 minutes total strength. But then it is divided into 4 parts. Each nakshatra is further divided into 4 parts or 4 quarters, and each quarter will have 3 degree 20 minutes. Each quarter is 3 degree 20 minutes. If I multiply this by 4, it will give us 13 degree 20 minutes. Now each nakshatra is divided into 4 parts. So this is 27 into 4 will have how many quarters? Total 108 quarters. 108 quarters. 27 nakshatra are having 4 quarters in each. So this total quarters, total parts of each nakshatra or every nakshatra, total nakshatra is divided into. Yes friends, So each nakshatra is having, each nakshatra is having 4 quarters, and you have multiplied this 27 into 4 is equal to 108. 4 7 is 28, 8 2 carry, 4 2 is 8 and 2 10. So 108 quarters are there in all the 27 nakshatras. Now you see here that what is the importance of these quarters. Now these 108 types of people's varieties are there. Now if you see that those first 2 basic categories of people, Arya or Anar in Rig Veda time, after this astrologically or astronomically, people are divided into 108 types of categories, because each nakshatra is having 1 quarter, okay, these 4 quarters. So if a person is born in a particular nakshatra in a particular quarter, okay, first quarter or 4th quarter or 3rd quarter. Now you see one example, let me take. That suppose a person is born in a particular nakshatra. Okay, now you see that both M.K. Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru, they are born in the same nakshatra, Aslesha nakshatra, 9th nakshatra. M.K. Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi's nakshatra is also Aslesha nakshatra, but he is born, Mahatma Gandhi is born in 4th quarter of Aslesha nakshatra, as I described in the previous prediction series. Previous prediction series, this is not prediction as I always tell, this is post prediction, because I am taking historical events, and those historical events, how we have to describe those events with the help of, because we are not knowing number of things here, what is time of birth of Mangal Pandya, I do not know. Where at what time this rebellion started, or this he attacked the British officers. Okay, this first rebellion or first freedom fighting started. So when he attacked the British officers, the time is not known to me, because I have not read anywhere, because I just searched for this, but I couldn't find the exact time that when he attacked the Britishers, okay, or the British officers. Now then, third thing, when he was hanged, maybe the time, it may be evening or early morning. The time may be early evening or evening or early morning. That time may be there. So we can just judge that. But on that particular day, what is the moon's nakshatra? Moon will be in a particular nakshatra. That particular nakshatra can describe the person's activities, person's whole nature or activity on that particular day. So that's why I have taken that time. I have taken just usually, but day I have taken exact day. That on that particular day he was hanged, he started rebellion, and his birth was here. Okay, 19th July 1827 he was born on 19th of July, okay, 1827, and his rebellion started, or he attacked British officer in Meerut, I think in Meerut. I've taken time 1:30 a.m. early morning time, 1:30 a.m. on that particular day. So this horoscope has been framed, okay, Capricorn sign, and on that particular day, what was the position of moon? Moon was in, I think initially moon was in 0 sign past from 26 degree 40 minutes to 30 degree, first quarter of Kritika Nakshatra. Kritika Nakshatra starts from Aries sign itself. It is first quarter in Aries sign, and 3 other quarters are in Taurus sign. But here moon I have put here because the time I have taken here 1:30 a.m. But it may be before that, because if I take 12 or 12, if I take exactly mid period, then sun will be here, or midnight time. Okay, so that might be here. So then moon will be in the Aries, in this what you call Aries sign, but Aries ending degree of Aries sign. Okay, so 26 degree 40 minutes to 30 degree, or first quarter of Kritika Nakshatra. Because in first quarter of Kritika Nakshatra, it will be influenced by Aries sign, and Aries sign is Mars sign. When Mars sign, moon is in Mars sign under the Aries sign, then mind of the person is very much rebellious type of, the person will do something daring act. So he dared to attack British people or British officers, even if he was employed there in the British army in those days, but he attacked the British officers even then. So this Kritika Nakshatra's first quarter, moon might be there, because this is just my imagination, but this is 100% true, because only then he can dare this. Otherwise, the next 3 quarters, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter of this nakshatra, I mean Kritika nakshatra, is under the Taurus sign. In the Taurus sign Lord is Venus. Then the person will be very decent, not daring type. Okay, but this is daring activity. He did daring activity. So it must be in Aries sign. Moon must be in the ending degree of Aries sign. Kritika nakshatra is okay, but Kritika nakshatra is not second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, but moon was lying in the first quarter of Kritika nakshatra. Only then this daring activity might have done by him. So this is how we can define with the help of nakshatras. Okay, so this nakshatra qualities I have just talked about. There are 27 nakshatras. Each nakshatra is having 4 quarters. So if I multiply 27 by 4, you will have 108. Now you will be surprised. This 108 is very much important in Vedic astrology, or in Indian civilization, or in Indian culture. In every house in Vedic people or in Vedic scriptures, we can find that people are suggested that you can have the number of beads in a chain, or in a rotating chain, or in a worshipping chain. जो the mala which we use, इसमें मन के जो होते हैं, मन के means beads. Number of beads is 108. Why 108 मन का or beads are taken in a chain, in a rotating chain, when we worship or we rotate, okay, the chain, or in a rotating man. So there are number of beads, or number of manka, or the beads, number of beads is 108. Why 108? Just to pacify, to worship each quarter of nakshatra. The person who is born in a family, in one's family, in any quarter, okay, or in every quarter, whatever quarters, 108 quarters are there. So any person whosoever is born in a particular quarter, in any nakshatra, that person's worshipping from that person's side can be done by elderly people in a family. So in our families, in Vedic scriptures or in Vedic families, for example, the elderly people, mostly grandmothers, grandparents, they are worshipping with the help of that chain, that rotating chain, or that which is having 108 beads. What is the work of those 108 beads? This is the importance of 108 beads. Okay, so in Vedic astrology, 108 beads or number of beads is because of 27 nakshatras are having 4 quarters each, and the 27 into 4 is equal to 108. So just to pacify, to worship a particular god, okay, either to worship Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu or Lord Brahma or whosoever the god is or goddess is there. We have to worship that god just to pacify the nakshatra or the persons or whosoever is being influenced by any bad event or bad things or bad time. Okay, just to pacify, to worship the god, particular god, we have to use that chain with 100, which is having 108 beads. Those 108 beads are being rotated by our elderly people, by our parents, by our grandparents, just to pacify all these quarters, lots of these quarters, okay, or all those planets, all those quarters, so that there is peace in the family. Just to pacify, to worship the god, particular god. This chain of 108 beads is being used in Indian families, in Indian societies. Okay, so this is importance of this. Why this has been used? This is I've just explained. Okay, so 108 beads. Every chain, the chain, rotating chain, which is used by, for worshipping by the people, by the pujaris, by the priests in the temples. And that chain or that mala will have 108 manka. Manka means beads in that chain. Why 108 beads? The reason is this. Okay, just to pacify, worship for every person's nakshatra, to pacify that lord of the nakshatra with the help of that god. Okay, god can pacify that planet. So on behalf of every family member, this 108 beads are being rotated by taking God's name. Okay, so this is how 108 is having very much importance in Vedic families or people who are worshipping gods. Okay, now come to the point. Next thing. So in this case, now let me check what is the time of his hanging. Why he was hanged on this particular day, and what is the situation? That very much alarming situation on that particular day. This is 8th of April. He was hanged at Barrackpur in Calcutta or West Bengal. Okay, or near Calcutta or in West Bengal. So Barrackpur, Chhavni it was, or it was a Kent area, defense area where he was hanged. Okay, so this hanging of Mangal Pandey was done on 8th April 1857, just after 9 days. For this is 29th and this is March, maybe 10 days, because this March is having 31 days, and after that this April is having 30 days undoubtedly, but it is having 8 days these, and these 29, 30, 31, 11 days. Okay, so after 11 days he was hanged. So this is how on 8th April he was hanged. But on that particular day, what are the transit of the planets? Where planets were posited, or in which signs they were posited. Now see here what is the situation. Now here the situation is that Mars is in Aries in its own sign. Okay, is very much positive in the fourth house are taken here, and Ketu and Moon together. Sun is with Rahu. Okay, and Rahu is in 26th nakshatra, and the second last nakshatra, 26th nakshatra, which is of Saturn, and the last nakshatra is 27th Revati nakshatra. Revati nakshatra is Lord is Mercury. Mercury is Lord. Mercury is in own sign undoubtedly, but Mercury will follow whatever the other planets are there. So Jupiter is in 27th nakshatra, same nakshatra. Sun is also in the same nakshatra. Rahu is in 26th nakshatra, which is Jupiter's nakshatra. Saturn's nakshatra. So Rahu is in Saturn's nakshatra, Jupiter, Mercury and Sun. All the three are in Mercury nakshatra, right? Mercury nakshatra 27th, Revati nakshatra. Now in this case, you see here that there is solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Okay, this is Purnamasi's time, because Moon and Sun both are opposite to each other, but Moon is with Ketu, eclipse time, and the Rahu is with Sun. So Sun and Rahu in Rahu Ketu axis, Sun and Moon are there. This is eclipse time, solar eclipse as well as lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse, Moon is also in the eclipse time. So this is very inauspicious time. The reason why Moon is afflicted in Rahu Ketu axis. Sun is also afflicted with Rahu. Okay, and Mercury, Jupiter, they are also in the 27 nakshatra undoubtedly, but they are, so this multi-influence or on Moon and Sun is there, or in Rahu Ketu axis. Whenever they are there, they are inimical. I mean, Rahu is enemy to Sun as well as to Moon. So Moon is afflicted, Sun is afflicted on that particular day. Now see here, this is what is a very alarming situation. Saturn is in undoubtedly 6th nakshatra. This is 6th nakshatra, Gemini sign, and Venus is in own sign. So Venus is in own sign, Mars is in own sign, Mars is in Aries, and Venus is. So this event is very historic, because two planets are in their own sign. Even this Jupiter is in own sign, Jupiter is also in his own sign. So now see here, this one event, this one particular event, so much, I mean what you call, so much worshipping type activity, so much historical event. People admired him on that particular day. Still they are admiring Mangal Pandey. Mangal Pandey is world famous now because of this one activity. The reason is number of planets are their own sign. See here, Jupiter is in his own sign, 12th sign. Pisces sign is lorded by Jupiter. Jupiter is in his own sign. Mars is in his own sign. Aries sign is lorded by Mars. And Venus is also in his own sign. Saturn is in friendly sign. Gemini sign is friendly sign. Saturn and Mercury are friends. So Saturn is in friendly sign. Now see here, number of friendly signs are there in which planets are situated. When planets are in number of friendly signs or in their own signs, 3 planets are in their own signs. Now see here, the person has become very historic, very pious person. He is taken with a lot of honor by the people, by the native citizens, by the Indians. So Indians, his name is historical event. I mean, this event, particular event, hanging of his is being worshipped, being liked by people, honored by people. Reason is number of planets were on that particular day in their own signs. Venus was in his own sign, Mars was in his own sign, Jupiter was in his own sign. Undoubtedly there was eclipse. Moon was reflected on that particular day. Sun was eclipsed. The moon sun was in Rahu axis. Undoubtedly the eclipse time was there. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse happened. But this event is very much historic, very much a remembered one. Okay, the people are still remembering him. He is very much, I mean, so much a daring type of person, or is very historic. Okay, so this event of his cannot be forgotten by anyone. This is very auspicious event he has become. Okay, his activity has become very auspicious. People like him. People want to become just like him. Now, this horoscope or birth horoscope you see here, as I've told you, that moon is in own sign. So this, when moon is in Rohini sign, is in own sign, or moon is exalted sign is there. Taurus sign is exaltation sign of moon, and whenever moon is in exaltation sign, the people are so much followed by others. They are, number of followers will follow that person. He will be followed by, he will have number of fans, his activities will be followed by others. After that he was followed. This was the first first war of independence in India in 1857. Initially it was considered by the British as rebellion, okay, or soldiers rebellion and this and that, but it is taken by Indians as very auspicious one, or is considered as the first war of independence. I've taken here first war of independence on March 29, 1857, this event, and this is the situation on that particular day. Okay, so as I have talked about, that moon's position is defining all the events. Okay, so if you see that, if you study the Vedic astrology, for that the basic thing is nakshatras, their quarters. If you learn them one by one, nakshatras, the positions of the planets as well, we'll take all those things. If I take that 9 nakshatras in 12 signs, if you multiply 12 into 9, into again 12 houses also, okay, 12 signs to 12, so 144 into 9, there are different kind of situations are there. And after that we take every quarter of the nakshatras. 108 is also multiplied to this, that 108 into this 108, because number of total quarters in all the 27 nakshatras are 108. So 3 degree 20 minutes into 108 if you do, then you will get 360 degree. So 360 degree, if I divide by 3 degree 20 minutes, you will get 108. This is what 108 importance in Indian society is there. Or in Vedic family or Indian families, you can find 108 is having lot of importance in every family, because people are worshipping, okay, in the temples. They have that chain, or that with 108 beads in it. So they are just rotating that, worshipping with the help of that chain. Okay, so I cannot say that chain is there, but it is just worshipping mala or beads, okay, having 108 beads, or those manke means beads. 108 beads, why 108 beads are there, are just explained. And these 3 horoscopes are just presented for Mangal Pandey's activity. So Mangal Pandey's work, this is he attacked the Britishers, okay, on that particular day. So only moon's position I have taken here, which is very much important. Okay, so if you just want to study about Vedic astrology or Vedic things, just go through the planetary conditions in every quarter. Okay, because there are a number of things being described about every quarter. Now let me take example of this Astrology Nakshatra, 9th Nakshatra, in which both Mahatma Gandhi was born, as well as Jawaharlal Nehuru's Nakshatra is also Ashresa Nakshatra. So first division of the people is in 27 types. Okay, people are divided into 27 nakshatras. Suppose a person is born in a particular nakshatra, So if I divide, what kind of people are there? If I just divide 100 by 27, so how many percent? 1.07. Sorry, 1.703. It comes out to be 1.7. 3.7. What I'm doing is 3.703. Okay, this 27, 3 are 81, and then 0.73 on. Okay, in the previous lecture, see, I was just talking about the 3.5 to 4. If I take 3.5 to up to 4, even if 4% people are there in of one particular type. Okay, they are having similar type of characteristics or very common type of characteristics they are having. But no, if I divide the people in 27 into 4 means 108 different varieties. So those people again will be differentiated because the position of planets will have the variation of different qualities in them, or different characteristics of those people will be further differentiated because the position of planets in a person's horoscope, in person's nakshatra, in which nakshatra other planets are posited. So I mean, different varieties can be described. So if a person is having very much calculation power or mathematical power, that person can do define Vedic astrology in a proper manner, in a particular, or in a exact manner or proper manner. He can predict the person's life in a very lucid manner, very clear manner, very obvious manner. The person will have that kind of description. Okay, so he can describe the person's life in a proper manner. Okay, so this is how the importance of mathematical, astronomical calculations in case of Vedic astrology is a must. Without these things, you cannot understand that what the position of a particular planet in a person's horoscope. Only condition, as I always tell, there is requirement of time of birth, date of birth, place of birth. These three must be exact one. If time of birth is different, person's horoscope will be changed. Person's position of planets will be different. His horoscope then cannot be properly described. As in this case, I have taken Mangal Pandey's horoscope. Okay, first freedom fighter. He was initiator of freedom fighting in India. Okay, he was the first freedom fighter who rebelled, who attacked the British officials on that particular day, 29th March 1857. This 1857, 29th March is very memorable day for Indian history. Okay, so Indian history is remembering or will remember Mangal Pandey as first freedom fighter who started rebellion in Meerut. Okay, so in Meerut he attacked British officer on 29th March. This particular day, and his time or date of birth. Time of birth I am not understanding, or I do not know what was his time of birth. But the transit of the planet on that particular day, I can remember. I can just find out. Okay, moon was in which nakshatra, and that position of moon can also describe a person's qualities, person's characteristics. Okay, his qualities or his characteristics, basic nature can be described with the help of the moon's position in a particular nakshatra. Okay, other planets are also defined. Sun and Mars both are together. So persons, what you call horoscope, or this Indian horoscope is so much afflicted because of this person's the position of the planet on that particular day. Okay, so his birth is, the person is having very auspicious birth because moon was exalted on that particular day in his own sign. So very auspicious person was, being so much obedient type, very worshipping type, religious person, very much, so much following his family tradition, family trade or whatever traits were there in his family that was followed by him. He was not, against the family tradition. He was following all those activities. Very brilliant person he's having. Brilliance of speaking. When moon is in Rohini Nakshatra, let me describe that what person will have different kind of varieties. So this person will have, or he will have, the quality of describing the things. The interest of his will be in different things. He will have different interest of different variety or different types of things. Okay, The second thing is Saturn and Venus when are together. Okay, so that person is also having other kinds of activities, very social type of activities, or he is being remembered. Okay, because of in society also he is remembered. Social activities, his what you call his social companion, etc. That person, okay, will be very much so much I mean, social person. He will be. The reason is in this case when moon is in Rohini Nakshatra, then person is okay, not or now second thing, the major thing which I always talk about, that when Saturn and Jupiter, their position can give a person's samvatsara, in which samvatsara person is born. That samvatsara position is also describing a person's activity. What is samvatsara? He was born in 34th samvatsara. Mangal Pandey was born on that particular year, 1827. If you take, then add 57 in it, and further add 9. So 57 plus 9, you will get here 1893, I think, 93. If you divide 1893 by 60, you will have 31 into 60, that you will do there, and then 33 will be remainder. Add 1 to 33. This 34th nakshatra, whatever remainder comes out after dividing by 60, you will get 33 plus 1, that means 34th samvatsara. He was born in 34th samvatsara. There are 60 samvatsara. I have already described those samvatsara. So with the help of samvatsara also, the person's major qualities or major activities or major characteristics can be defined. What is the major activity of his 34th samvatsara? Says that person will have not comfortable with friends. So he was not comfortable with his friends because some friends of his might have advised him not to rebel against the British people, but he rebelled against them. The reason is that those people might be compromising, that no, you will be killed, this and that, you not to dare this, and but he was not comfortable with friends. Okay, he was not accord with friends. Accord with friends means not assembling with friends, not taking advice from the friends. He was giving advice to others, but cannot take advice from others. This kind of person is born in this particular samvatsara. This samvatsara name is Sharbari samvatsara. This samvatsara name is Sharbari samvatsara. He was born in Sharbari samvatsara. In this Sharbari samvatsara, a person is born. That person's activities will be distinct one. He will not follow others. He will not accord with other friends. His friendship will not be so much, admissible one. He will not admit to others' activities, right? So whatever activities other friends might be doing, he is not following them. Okay, his activities will be distinct one or different one. He was having different activities. So Sharbari Nakshatra, Sharbari Samvatsara, So Sharbari Samvatsara, he was born 34th Nakshatra, Samvatsara. He was born in 34th Samvatsara. There are 60 Samvatsaras. I have already described them. That from 1 to 60 Samvatsaras are there. So these 60 Samvatsaras in a particular Samvatsara, and these Samvatsaras calculated with the help of position of Saturn and Jupiter. Because Jupiter complete the whole horoscope or 12 signs in 12 years. Each sign, in every sign, Sun is Jupiter is for 1 year. So in 12 years, Jupiter covers all the 12 signs or 12 houses, you can say. So all the 12 signs, Jupiter is for average 1 year in one particular sign. But Saturn is for 30 years. So 30 years, in 30 years, Saturn covers the whole horizon, you can say, or the whole, horoscope. All the 12 signs are being covered by Saturn in 30 years. So 30 and 12, if you take the LCM of 30 and 12, there is 60. So 60 is the LCM of 30 and 12. With the help of this Saturn's position and Jupiter's position, samvatsara is being framed. So there are 60 samvatsaras. So out of those 60 samvatsara, a person is born in a particular year. In that particular year, what is the position of Saturn and Jupiter will be there. With the help of their influences of Saturn and Jupiter, the person's characteristics person's nature can be defined. This is major activity. Yes, friends. So I was just talking about that how these things are being described. So now let me take that what kind of percentage with the help of these people are defined. So you can just take that I have just talked about that there are three kinds of nakshatras basically. First is Dev Gana. This is Dev Gana. There are three Ganas. Dev Gana. Then let me take Rakshasa Gana. Rakshasa Gana and Manushya Gana. Okay, Manushya Gana. Now in these three basic categories, the people are being differentiated, okay, with the help of nakshatras. So 9 nakshatras in Devgana, 9 nakshatras in Rakshasagana, and 9 nakshatras in Manushya. So these nakshatra, person born in a particular nakshatra, so his nature will be of that kind. What is the qualities of Devgana nakshatras? So I have already talked about that which nakshatras, 9 nakshatras are there in almost in Manushya or Purva and Uttar type of nakshatras. Purva Phavani, Uttar Phavani, okay, Purva Shad, Uttar Shad, and there are 6 mostly of these three kinds, Purva Phavani, Uttar Phavani, Uttara Shad, Purva Shad, okay. Then there are 2 more, okay. I can just describe them, no problem at all. So those 6 nakshatras and 4 more, Rohini nakshatra, then one is Ardra nakshatra, and 1 more is there. So, okay, we have total 9 nakshatras in Manushya Gana, and Devgan also nakshatras are there. So those Devgan nakshatras and Rakshasa nakshatras, 9 nakshatras, I'll just I can just note down them. There's no problem at all. But at the moment I have no time to just note down because then the topic will be finished. So let me just first cover that what I want to tell you about. That in these 3 varieties, initially people were divided in the Rig Veda time, Aryan and Anarya people or Arya people, those 2 categories only, major categories. So those people who are following the very good activities, okay, they are very much merciful, very much obedient people, following all the traits of their families, okay, following the, good natured people, very decent people, okay, they were known as Devgan people. So all those people who are born in Devgan nakshatras, they are known as, they are following the Aryan type of qualities, okay, Aryan or Arya people, they are known as Arya people. Initially there were 2 categories, now further they divided into 3 categories. So these 3 major categories of the people further divided after the Rig Veda time. After that, astronomical, these discoveries, all these things were done by the rishis. Those 18 rishis I have already talked about, Surya Pitama, Vyasa, Vasishtha, Parasa. So all those 18 rishis who have contributed in the Vedic astrology, they further divided the nakshatras into these categories. So how the people have been divided into different categories, nature-wise, or because of their birth time, their exact in which nakshatra they are born. Okay, so with the qualities of the nakshatras, you will find, you will be surprised that the person is having the same qualities, same varieties. Now, if you take that the person who is born in Devgan nakshatra, suppose, and that person cannot have the same type of nature as these Rakshasgana people are having, because Rakshasgana people are so much, arrogant type, always abusive, using abusive language, okay, always having different kind of qualities. They are so much abusive people, hot temperament people. But Devgan people, very much compromising people, okay, so much soulless type of people. They are always compromising, always following the decent activities, understanding every activity. Okay, so they are Devgan people. So these categories, these 3 categories. Now see the difference here. Initially, Arya, Anarya people in the Vedas, Rig Vedas. Then Rakshasgana, Devgan, Manushyagan. And about these stories I have already described that in the Puranas and Upanishads and all other scriptures, in the Vedic scriptures, number of stories are framed, are talked about regarding all these kinds of qualities or these varieties of the people. Rakshasgana, Devgana, what kind of people were there, they were fighting with each other and this and that. Okay, so those stories are just framed to teach the students, teach the disciples, in the ashramas in those days. So students were studying in the ashramas with the help of, under the guidance of the rishis, and those rishis were telling the students different kind of stories which are framed, they are talked about in the Puranas. Now if you read the Puranas, and there are a lot of things are described about the planets, about the all the 9 planets, okay, they are talked about. And the nakshatra is also being described, that this particular nakshatra the person is born, this kind of quality the person will have. So, and which planet is to be pursued, which planet is to be for pacifying a particular planet, which god is being selected just to pacify that. And so all those activities are being described in the Upanishads or Puranas, Upanishads, Puranas, and other Brahmanic scriptures. Okay, all kinds of other Upanishads, Vedas, and other Vedic scriptures. All these things are being described. So you will find different varieties of people are being described. There are not only 2 categories. Initially there were 2 categories: Ari people and Anari people. Ari means Devan type of people who are having very good activities, very good auspicious activities. Those people are very much nationalist type of people. They are always thinking about their country's welfare, always thinking about their family's welfare, their prosperity, country's prosperity. They are nationalist people. They are Devgan type of people. Mostly I have found that those Devgan people who are born in Devgan nakshatras, they are always thinking about country's welfare, country's prosperity, their families also. Prosperity of every kind. No negative thinking about their country. And those people who are born in Rakshas Ganas, you will find that their activities are totally anti-national type of people. They are having national activities. Anti-national activities are found in those people who are of Rakshas Gana. So Rakshas Gana people is Rakshas Gana. Okay, Rakshas Gana and Manushya Gana people. Manushya Gana people are of middle type. They are following the Devgan people. They are worshipping, following all Devgan people. And Manushya people being maybe killed by Rakshasgan people. Okay, so they are just both enemy. But in case of Rakshasgan and Devgan, they are arguing with each other. They have the same kind of argument. They are different kind of argument, but they are having equal power of abusing each other. They are always fighting with each other, just by thinking, by thoughts and other things. Okay, so but with Manushya, if Rakshasgana is being matched or being assembled, then Rakshasgana can kill Manushya. Okay, this is what the qualities of the people being described at the time of matching of the horoscope in case of married people, or at the time of marriage when we are performing the marriage of the people. At that time, how the people's categories are being described. If suppose the 2 partners are of the same gana, as I have talked about, then they will have a lot of similar kind of activities. They will have a lot of what you call love with each other. Affection will be more. They will not fight with each other. They will have the similar activities. They are so much adoring each other. Okay, so adorable couple will be there, or those 2 partners will be there. If those 2 partners are starting a business, starting a partnership, anything which is being started by those people, and they are of the same gun, Devgan, they are born in the same type of nakshatras, Devgan type of nakshatras, or Rakshasgan type of nakshatras, or Manushyagan type, means similar type of nakshatras. Manushyagan, Devgan, Rakshasgan, all right, no problem at all. They will have the same kind of activity, they will like each other, they will frame. Now, you can take an example of Jawaharlal Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi. They are born in the same nakshatra, Ashresa nakshatra. Only quarters are different. Mahatma Gandhi is born in the 4th quarter of Ashresa nakshatra, while Jawaharlal Nehru was born in Ashresa nakshatra in the 1st quarter of Ashresa nakshatra. Those people who are born in 1st quarter of Ashresa nakshatra, they will have the kingdom. They will get kingdom. So he became prime minister. Okay, but Mahatma Gandhi and those people who are born in the 4th quarter of Ashresa nakshatra, they will be sexually perverted. They will be recognized by the people because of bad activities. Oh, okay. There are so much sex-starving people type. Okay, so his activities might be, though people are just having, these are known to the people nowadays.